2 and 3. Come on with it. The name is Law Nation. And as this room fill up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit the like, share this content, let friends and neighbors know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Come on, baby. Mama said there'll be days just like this. Come on. Cowboys preseason news and notes and updates after the Rams game. And more and more. More and more. Come on, baby. Stand tall or not at all. DC for life, not for short. Trick or trade time for your mind. Yup.
Ready, run from it. Destiny arrives all the same.
Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2. And give me a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. Come on. And 1. Come on. Come on, baby. All right. Hey. Oh. Let's go. Destiny arrives all the same. Yeah. 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 Come on with it. Appreciate y'all. All right. So I did the video earlier this morning, and apologies up front. I got mixed up with the numbers, with 58 and 68. Apologies on a few of the clips. Got confused with 68 and 58. It was 68 on the double team that he got pushed back on the video. And that happened to us all, man. Ain't nobody perfect but the Lord, right? Yeah, ain't nobody perfect but him, and I'm definitely not the Lord over here. And I would tell you guys that the principle is still the same. When you get double team and you're getting washed back to walk back with the moonwalking thing, you want your linebackers to see the fight and find the right hole and get upfield and make the tackle, right? I think that my assessment on MK, regardless of those who saying that he's trying to play contain, you don't play contain like that. No. He's a little raw in his pass rush techniques, so he's going to have to work on that. I can't give y'all baby food. Right? At some point of time, when the baby is getting all of the milk and the baby food, it's time to get them off of the milk and the baby food, and they got to eat the meat, right? So I'm trying to give y'all some meat over here, pause if necessary. And the meat of it is that he got some pass rush moves that he's going to have to work on. But his talent, his upside, is tremendously good, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of that, since we're going to let this room fill up before we get into all of these conversational pools of Trey Lance and, of course, who did good, who did bad, and listen to 105 on their star up, star down type of people. Yeah, let's go into – wait a minute. Hold on, Action Power. He said, wait a minute. Wait a minute, Action. Hey, wait a minute now. Come on, man. Come on, bro.
Hey, bro. Come on now, dog.
Come on, man. Man. I'm just giving y'all. I'm just giving y'all the real deal. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no P Law finna come in here. No. That's your mind taking it there. That's your mind taking it there. I'm not taking it there. That's you taking it there. Yeah. That's him taking it there, But I would tell you, though, that at the end of the day, it's none of that going on over here, baby, Yeah, y'all already know. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, Daddy's home, though. Big Willie style. But neither here nor there. All right, let's listen to this. Let's watch me talk about this, and I will point out some of the things that I did wrong on this film assessment. But this is why I love doing film, because you guys got soft eyes, right? And you may see something that I missed out.
Into the film. In this video, we will be looking at Overshown as well as MK, that's Marshawn Nealon. And we will take a look at a few of the reps from my guy, Mozzie. When you're looking at linebackers, you want to hook the sideline, hook the flat to be able to contain as well. Look, get to the edge here and contain and stop the run. And Overshown displays that, and you can see him coming downhill, and he's able to keep himself clean.
Did y'all like that? Oh, my God. Did y'all like that? Oh, my goodness, man.
Get your up there, contain the damn ball. This is why we do it. Hey, too many missed tackles. Let's go.
When you're a linebacker,
I just hate mistakes.
it's always important not to get bodies on you, disengage, get upfield, and he's not allowing traffic to get to him. Watch this play again. 61 is not able to put a clean hand on Overshown, and he's able to get to the edge here, not allowing traffic to get inside of his frame or body or any of those things here. And that's what I like to see out of my linebackers. Can he contain? Can he come down? Can he hit? Can he feel? Can he also close? And you see that out of Overshown. The ability to get upfield, keep himself clean, and make the tackle here for a loss. I like seeing that, ladies and gentlemen, or a tackle for a negative gain or no gain in general. So, and you got to be able to fit your nose down inside. And those are things that we didn't see last season with our linebackers. The willingness to go inside and make tackles and make sure that you get bodies down on the ground. When you saw Overshown out there, those are some of the things that you were able to identify. Linebackers not afraid to put their nose inside to make the tackle. Get it in there. Make sure you get the opposition down for a minimum gain. And I like that. Linebackers are codependent on the front. And we are seeing this disengaged by Mozzie. Real good play to get upfield. I know Mozzie get a lot of heat because he's a first-round draft pick from the Cowboys.
Pause it right here. Now, that is Mozzie there. I was right. That's the right Mozzie there. So, at the end of the day, I'm right with that Mozzie. I'm just wrong with the back end Mozzie. So, if those who want to know, like, where was I wrong at on that, I was pretty much wrong on the back end. But you got to give kudos and credence to Mozzie on this particular rep. Pay attention. Look at it like this. Like I said, the linebackers are codependent upon basically the front, and your front takes care of everything, and you need that, ladies and gentlemen. So at the end of the day, I truly believe that the Cowboys, with this particular setup, we will improve down the stretch as long as we continue to make these small moves. It's not necessarily the big moves all the time, right? So you got to figure out a way to make sure that your corrections on the small things. And outside of that, hey, we're going to get things moving, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go and let's play the rest of this. And I get it, right? Most people still angry that we lost this game by 1 point. But I just got to give you guys the fullness of everything. And, of course, it's always
it's Mr. Nasty time.
And a lot of people looking at him like, hey, his burst, his get off is not there. But keep in mind, this is his second season, and you will see that he's able to rip, get upfield, get those hands up off of him. Yeah, chop those hands away and get upfield. They absolutely credit him for a tackle for loss for this. And that is a good play by Mozzie. Shout out to Mozzie on this particular play. Squeeze inside, get those hands up off of them, and you make the tackle. That's what I like to see. Now, granted, when you're looking at this as well, you want your linebackers to come down and field. Although the quarterback is able to get this off, I'm going to absolutely tell you guys that we had 0 pass rushing in this game. And look, this is MK right here. He did a serviceable job to
right there he won. Watch this, y'all. Right here he's able to win.
Out the way. But I think that if once he realized that he absolutely won, like boom, hit him in his chest,
He's off balance. He's out of his cylinder. The shoulder pads are turned. Now, all he got to do is get rid of the hands. But he stayed in.
Yeah.
He won right here. Dip shoulders, dispose, get straight to the quarterback. He's still raw to a degree, and he allowed the opposition to reposition and re-step his feet and get right in front of him. Keep in mind, as a offensive lineman, it's all about keeping the opposition inside the cylinder as an offensive lineman, right? And if you can get those shoulders turned, that's half the battle there, ladies and gentlemen. He got the shoulders turned. He won. And then he allowed the reposition to get right back inside. And he just didn't know, and he's not aware he don't have pass rush moves yet, right? So you can see that he's raw. And 30 did a great job of picking up Overshawn here. But I just want to show you guys, it just takes time. Dude, it takes time. See, he already won, and he's too much engaged, right? You're supposed to disengage. He already got the shoulders turned and make a beeline to the quarterback. But he's not able to do that. And this offensive lineman repositioned, got back in his stance, and he's able to hold him off again. And he decided to go with the low shoulder and down bend, and that's too late. That's too late. It gives the quarterback too much time. I'm thinking that once he won initially, wham! Now he got to rip him, dispose of him, right? Pull, jab pull,
and he pushes, and he used a pretty much what we call like a bull rush, a shoulder rush, and he's trying to get to the quarterback here. Yeah. Speed to power, rip, dip your shoulders, and get around and get to the quarterback. He just didn't decide to do that. But, good throw by the quarterback and good catch by 88, who killed us majority part of the game. This is my guy, MK, again. Yeah, he's engaged. The wide receiver / tight end / all-world beater guy right here from Texas. This dude's really good. 88 is really good. He picks him up. He engages with him. And he does a great job of contain, but he just don't have the speed ability to get out to the edge. And keep in mind, Marshawn Nealon, this is his first game as well. And you're seeing some inefficiencies with him, but I will tell you he's better against the run than the pass right now because he only limited with his pass rushing moves as of right now, right? I think that he's going to get better, right? And he's going to play up to speed even better. Watch, get in there. He won on this one. He just got to come up with a set of rules. And he leaving his power from his frame. And boom, once he's inside, he got to learn to dispose of the hands. And he just don't have that in his weaponry right now. And see how he grabbed wrist? All he got to take is that inside arm and move up. He controlled the entire body right here. If he take this arm right here and just go up with it, hey, he got his hands right there and he just didn't know what to do with it. So I can't wait to see like the growth aspect of Marshawn Nealon. And you try to control the wrist late. You control the wrist. Now I'm trying to get the wrist. Swim inside. Swim inside. You just don't have that skill set yet. I think that if he can come in with some combinations of moves, maybe a shoulder dip, get inside, already play half man, and don't have a long engagement opportunity like he's having right here. It's too much of a long engagement right here, right, with no moves. So what is this, like a bull rush he's trying to do? And the offensive lineman said, I ain't going to let you get by me. I already got you inside, right? He got his hands inside. Remember, you're trying to keep that chest area clear, right? And if he's going to, right here. Good observation by Action Power. Too high. He's too high as well. Yeah. So this is not me critiquing him to a degree to say that he's trash. We see that he got some skill sets to win. He got power. He got strength. He's just going to have to put some tools together so it can work for him. Before that hand extends, he leads with two hands. Just knock it down. Dip that shoulder and get around. But he's trying to go with what he's naturally and used to, and that's a bull rush, power inside, right? And he's not going to get home quick enough. And granted, the quarterback managed to get this ball out. You see my guy Overshawn trying to squeeze down inside. If he played underneath, there could have probably been a pick or what have you. But they are trying to get to the quarterback, and I don't blame them. Absolutely no presence of pass rush at all in this game. And you're saying 50, he's doing his job, or 60 is doing his job against Mozzie. And it's just what it is, too. Everybody's getting pretty much handled. My guy, Fihoko inside, the double team there, he's not going to knife in there, right? And 50 does a great job of slide protect right here and picking up Overshawn as well. Just a great blocking up front, as you can tell. And when you look at all of this, ladies and gentlemen, it's just what it is. It's just what it is. 94 is super, super raw. But I would tell you that, his upside is very good. It's very good. And I'm thinking that when you look at everything, look back at this right here.
This is Mozzie.
If Mozzie able to win all of this, right, and get upfield and make the tackle, I look at it from this perspective. When you have your starters in the game, of course, everything else will be different.
Now, pause right here. This is where I had made the mistake. This is Huggins right here. I thought that was Mozzie. Pardon me. They both got their hair hanging out of the helmet, and I saw the 8. And that's my bad. I guess I'm in preseason form as well, so y'all bear with me in my preseason form. But what you want to look for is absolutely this right here, believe it or not, but not being walked back this far back. But this was a double team combo on Huggins, and he get pulled all the way back, and this is what happened right here.
I want to talk about this. Linebackers are codependent upon the front, right? And Mozzie, as much as people want to dog Mozzie, his job and duty is to do the nasty work, to take on the double team. The linebacker job is also to see and decipher which hole he must plug, right? That's why we call Phil. In 55, he did a great job altogether in this game, but you will have to give him a negative on this particular point right here, because he picks and selects the wrong hole. Now, granted, Mozzie is double team, right? And you want to go where the pressure is at, but also is read, react, slow until you know. And Mozzie get the double team. That's what most people saw from the broadcasting view, that, man, Mozzie getting thrown out of the club. Of course he's supposed to get thrown out of the club. It's 2 of them, 2 versus 1. And he's on skates. He's on skates. But what he's supposed to do is
Huggins.
55 supposed to be able to see where that running back is at. The running back does a great job, by the way, of slow feet. And then he see, okay, now I see hole, hit hole. But my guy 55 is in the wrong one.
That's the wrong one.
Yeah. It would have been a good play if he hit and selected the right one. And Mozzie is washed into the play, and that's why he's able to get credit for this tackle here. But it's 6 or 7 yards later, right? And that's a negative play upon the Cowboys' trench warfare type of thing, But if your linebacker is able to identify the right particular hole, he's able to squeeze in here and make this tackle here. But, we get this right here, and you get walked back. So we're going to look at Mozzie, and we're going to look at this linebacker here, and it's a different play, and he picks the wrong hole again. And now that's a difference of 17 yards. If you guys get what I'm saying here, you're not going to win this battle. Mozzie versus 2. I get it, right? The Rams did a my bad. It's Mozzie here. I had the bubble on the wrong guy. Like I said, apologies here. This was a 17-yard run. This falls on the linebacker here. It falls on the linebacker. I think the up front, the LOS here, they had the point of contact. He just got to find the right hole. He hit this hole, wrong hole. If he'd have hit this hole, we would have been able to have a minimum gang here. So, like I said, I apologize. I got the marker on the wrong guy, but the principle's still the same. You got your linebackers here, and 55 to a degree played decent in this game, and I think that, or well, or great, however you want to look at it, I think he did his job. I like linebackers going downhill at least, right, and approaching the contact versus allowing the contact to come to them. And I think that 55, Willie Harvey Jr., he did a very solid job in this game collectively. Great job on their front. They did a great job of picking up on Mozzie. I'm quite sure that if this was Eric Kendricks or your starters out here, Parsons somewhere in the mix, maybe just maybe his play is picked up better, right? But when you get washed out and you get guys that get putting hands on you, multiple guys, you got these 2 boys right here versus 1, and you got your linebacker. And I'm not beating up 55 because I think he did a great job in this game. but he just selected the wrong hole. He's in the wrong spot. Wrong hole. And, you got 16 to 17 yards the other way on the ground. And that is not a good look, collectively speaking. When you
That's for my guy, Action Power. Yeah, you're wrong hole, man.
talking about run game, all right? So here's Mozzie. He wins this rep, right? And you send the other guys, the other pieces there, able to clog and get those holes closed in so that your other guys can make the play and linebackers can come down and field, and that's a tackle for loss. So I give them an A+ on that series there. All right, so here's Mozzie again down inside.
Remember, I'm wrong on this one.
Yeah,
that's
combo
Huggins.
block right here, and that's what he's supposed to do. Squeeze, and guess what, my guy? He hit the right one. He hit the right side on this one. All right, he squeezes combo, squeeze down, 55. He's going to disengage and get upfield. Look at that disengagement. That's what I want. It's all about growth, baby. It's all about growth. Hands inside. I attacked him. Right,
look at the shed, disengage.
You got to hit them sheds, disengage and throw them out the way and look for the tackle. That's what I'm talking about. See, I'm telling you guys, I like seeing this, hook the sidelines and also being able to shed and disengage and make the doggone tackle. So we are seeing that from 55, and I like that, ladies and gentlemen. And here's Mozzie. Like I said, he got the double team. You gobbling up two. You got two of them on you right? So it's up to the other guys to win their individualized battles here. And I'm quite sure that 55.
Look at that.
Get off of me. Let me make my work right here. And 98 did a great job of sliding on that LOS and getting inside that run game right here and stopping and filling that hole there. That's what a complete trench warfare is about. Winning your individual battles, but when it's time for you to take on two, make sure that you make something possible to happen out here. And here's 55 with another good tackle on the sideline there. You got to have hook the flat, and he's able to get there and stop this first down here. And I'm liking what I'm seeing overall with the linebacker mentality, mindset. Overall, Overshawn did good. Leofow did good. When we look at all of these guys, as relates to 18 as well as another linebacker stood out. 57, my guy, Buddy Johnson. He did a great job in this game. So when we looking at film, when we looking at tape, it's not about all of the times the sacks and the INTs. It's the little things that you do that you want to develop and take it on down the line to see where we can be at. Now, granted, when you're looking at preseason, I'm telling you guys, you look at it from an individual aspect because we know we really don't have the green dot guy out there, right? We don't have Hooker that's on the top of the roof that's going to let these guys know where to be at on the right spot. We really don't have Eric Kendricks to let these boys know, hey, you got to slide left or you got to slide right. Hey, when he double team, I'm going to be in his hole, right? We don't have all of those things, but what you want to see are the small little things that these linebackers are doing, and you want to see, can my guys disengage? Can they rip? Can they get upfield? Can they take the tackle? Are they taking plays off? By the way, you're looking at those things. And my friend, overall, I'm pleased with the linebackers. I'm absolutely pleased with the safety room and the DB room to a degree. So, this is preseason, baby. Post me your thoughts. Post me your concerns down below. Shout out to Overshawn. I like what he did in this game, and there will be more and more film. I can't wait to show you guys. DC for life, not for sure. No. I appreciate everybody for your time here and spending time watching that film. I know that the Facebook audience, they didn't get a chance to see that, so now you guys got a chance to see that. And rewind. Point out some of the things that I missed, and there will be more and more clips. Keep in mind that this is preseason, right? This is not the end-all, be-all. This is not even game planning. I heard Overshawn say that even Coach Mike Zinn was just throwing plays out there saying, okay, let me see what we look like in this package. Let me see what we look like here. It was no rhyme or reasons of why they did certain zone looks or certain man-to-man looks. So we are just looking at the individual players. We're looking at who can stand their ground, who got walked out or what have you. Ultimately,
of course, we want to win every game, but that's not going to happen. Shout out to Saiton. I think you said sent a super chat in. Let me see if I can find it. Appreciate you, man, for your support. You says, Law, I disagree. They got 100 yards rushing with 4 INTs thrown. Dang, it went away. And you're talking about, can you just re-put it in the chat again, Saiton, because it was so far down. But I can tell you that, you're talking about the collective team, right, on that the opposing team probably didn't look good because we got 100 yards rushing. We had 4 INTs. If we didn't have the picks or what have you, basically, I'm just paraphrasing, that basically it could have been 200 yards rushing, right? Well, I think that the coaching staff would have made some type of an adjustment from that aspect if it was just 200-300 yards rushing. Keep in mind, like I said, this is a lot of installments. This is a lot of freestyle stuff. And I get it on both sides, right? Because on the other end, trigger Trey or off trigger Trey, right, for 41 attempts and only 25 completions, that is a bad ratio. And people were saying that, hey, it's because he's got his 4s and 3s out there. Well, newsflash, the opposing team got 3s and 4s out there too. So it's not like Trey Lance was going up against the Rams number 1s and 2s, right? So you got to quantify that as well. So there should have been some healthy medium in between, and he just looked off to me in a lot of ways. But that's not the end of the storyline there. You have multiple times to make up ground. I'm hearing that reports are out that the Cowboys are going to do another joint practice with the Rams because they like what they've seen and they've seen some growth aspect out of it. So those are things that we will have to look at. Not saying that Trey Lance can walk on water, not saying that Trey Lance is the foreseeable quarterback now, because we all have natural eyes and we can see that what Trey Lance exhibit to us is what we've been seeing out there in California, right? It's not like it's separation. It's not like we've seen a situation whereas Trey Lance to Cooper Rush look comparable, right? To a degree, we were looking at it like, hey, let's put Cooper Rush back out there so that these guys can make the team on some of the guys that you pretty much like. There was a waste of evaluation for Cam Johnson. There's a waste of evaluation for some of the other wide receivers. Because if you're not on target, then you can't make this team, regardless. And we don't have the time and the longitude and the latitude to be going off of someone's feelings. Or if someone hopes to say, hey, maybe we do a whole install just for him. No. We 12-5 team, right? Steven Jordan, appreciate you. You still want Dak out with the question marks? Or y'all still want Dak out, right? Because here's what most people trying to convey, basically. The people, the anti-Dak people. They are trying to make us believe on how Trey Lance looked last night is who Dak Prescott is. And that's not even the conversation. Right? They're trying to make us believe that this is the fifth year of Trey Lance, right? Going into his 5th year, that this is who Dak Prescott is collectively and just give him time, right? No, it's not the same. This is not. And it is not the situation and scenario that Trey Lance was given a fair shake or an unfair shake. Life is not fair. The world would chew you up and spit you out. This world, life is not fair. And we are not trying to win the fair game over here. We're trying to win games. We're trying to get these things going. And if the biggest gripe on Dak Prescott is postseason, well, you can't complain about this now because we in the preseason. And if we've seen some ill-advised adjustments in the preseason from this particular quarterback, and I'm talking about Trey, what the hell you think he's going to do in the regular season and as well as, dare I say, the postseason? And you can't use that wee-woo approach saying, hey, he played with 3s and 4s. Bullsugar. The opposing team is playing with 3s and 4s. So, yeah, his 4th year, Trey is in the 4th year. And I've seen just the other day, Spencer, what's the other guys, because he's going to have to be compared to those that's in his tier or peers, right? Spencer Rattler, he looked good. This is first season, right? What's the other guy? Caleb Williams, he didn't look terrible, and that's his first season, right? You know, these other quarterbacks that were drafted in the first round. So it's time out, man. We ain't finna babysit this dude. He's getting paid $5.5 million. How would you feel if you Cooper Rush agent right now? Cooper Rush agent sitting there like, dog, y'all talking about Dak Prescott getting his bag. Cooper Rush agent sitting there like, man, wait a minute, you paying him $5.5 million and I'm getting 2.3? My client is 5-1 as a starter. I don't give a dog what the defense helped me with. That's what I'm leading off with. You're going to have to pay me next. Hey, Cooper Rush should be holding out. Come on now. Shoot. Bo Nix's of the world. Yeah, Vikings quarterback, J.J. McCarthy. Yeah. Let's go with it. So, and this is not just to put wagers versus one versus the other, but we should literally see something, right? We should see something out there, but neither here nor there. If you follow along with my prize picks, you can be in the mix. We didn't hit the big bag because of the Cowboys defense. I'm mad about the Cowboys defense, but we won $150. It could have been $2,500 if we would have stopped my guy Zach Evans, my Mississippi guy, by the way. If we would have held him for like at least 5 less yards, that's the difference of the payout. But we hit on all of the other numbers. Bo Nix, he hit the other day. And even Trigger Trey, he hit over 121 yards. And, of course, Deuce Vaughn and Corey Crooms, you know, PrizePicks is still working on the algorithm. They had those boys in there. And we were able to cream off the top off of that one. Appreciate each and every last one of y'all. But we still was able to win with the flex payout option. You can do the same. Download PrizePicks. Use promo code LAW, and they will match up to $100 on your first $100 deposit. So check out PrizePicks and check out the information that's in the description box. For the collection plate, appreciate the content law. Appreciate you, Ray. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. But it's one of those things, man, that I really understand the game, y'all. It's preseason. It's just preseason.
Trey Lance, and sometimes I have Oxnard fear. I have Oxnard anxiety. And there was a safety years ago that really gave it to me. Who was the safety who we were hyping up when we didn't get Earl Thomas and had a phenomenal camp and was intercepting everything?
Xavier Woods.
I have Xavier Woods anxiety because we go out there for a week and a half and we're at practice 2-a-days and doing the show and talking to players and talking to everyone. And then a game turns on. Broad has said it about Marquise Bell. He doesn't ever notice Marquise Bell in practice, but he's always noticing Marquise Bell during a game. And I kind of had Trey Lance trepidation in saying, watch him come out here and freaking ball and make us all look stupid. I feel like what the Metroplex and everyone saw from Trey Lance yesterday was basically exactly what we said was happening in California.
Overthrows.
Yeah.
Man.
Appreciate your press. Thank you for the $5 support. Thank you for your support. Law, Trey haven't even played that much. Give him a chance. That's what we said. We gonna give him a chance, but we don't have time for those chances. Press, that's the only thing. I agree. The kid deserve a chance. But think about it if you Cooper Rush agent. And you sitting here saying, wait a minute, this kid haven't played that much and he's getting paid $5.5 million. My client's getting 2.3. What about my client's chances, right? What about his opportunity? Everybody don't have a contract, including Dak Prescott, Rush, and Lance for the 2025 season. They don't have contracts. So it's not about, hey, man, let this man get a chance, because at the end of the day, I get the overall picture. But at some point of time, you're going to have to pay those boys, right? So that's how it's looking like, right? And what about Cam Johnson? Shouldn't he get washed out? What about the guys that try to make this team? They got to wait for somebody throwing the ball to the moon. They got to wait for somebody tucking it and running it when there's somebody that can give them a chance, right? That's how it is. Put it like this. The Cowboys done screwed this thing so much that Jalen Hurts counts only 4.5% more of the cap against the cap than Trey Lance this season. Jalen Hurts' contract this season only is about $11 million off the cap. And we paying $5.5 million for Trey Lance. That's an extra body that we could have out here so that the team can have a chance. What's more important right now? For the team to have a chance or for Trey to have a chance, right? What's more important? That's all I'm saying, too. Business side of things, the Jones family done screwed themselves with this, and now they're trying to sugarcoat this and say, hey, give this man an opportunity and a chance. Rodriguez says Trigger gonna be the highest paid third stringer in the league. Keep up the good work, Law. Hey. Yeah. And you know who is grinning ear to ear, smiling? The 49ers done fleeced us right now. So this Raiders game, we better see Trigger Trey on point. We better see Trigger Trey doing Trey things. Because we got to get that money back. We better. Because if this was any other team, heads would roll right now. They would have been firing. They would have been firing the GMs. They would have been god doggone getting rid of some stuff over here. Hell yeah. Don't y'all know that the 49ers was willing to trade for Amari Cooper for a second and a fifth, something like that, to get Brandon Ayuk there to Cleveland? How did we let Amari Cooper go for how much? Hot dog water and some French fries? That's bad management, baby. And the only reason the deal didn't go through is because Brandon Ayuk said, no, I don't want to agree to terms. I don't want to go to Siberia, Cleveland. I don't want to go to Cleveland. Don't y'all know how backwards that is? Sampson says Trey Lance played yesterday, just secured Dak bag. Yeah, it did. But let's listen to these guys.
It's Bobby, who's that quarterback coach that you know?
The Jeff Christensen.
Can someone get a memo to Jeff Christensen? Bring it down.
Yeah, bring it down.
What are the mechanics? What are the techniques? Lower it.
Yeah.
We're not throwing oops out here to Dwight Powell.
He needs a good shoulder injury.
Come on, man.
To weaken his arm a little bit, right?
Oh,
That's
man.
just not a bad injury, just like a little tired arm. Just weaken that arm a little bit.
Thoracic outlet syndrome.
Maybe I don't know what that is.
Bro,
The feeling, the numbness. No.
Come on, man.
Not like a bad injury.
Hey, wait a minute now. Now hold on now. Wait a minute now. I'm going off on Trey, but come on, man. We don't wish injuries upon nobody, man. Look, let me make sure I heard this correctly now. Hold on, man. Hold on.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Hey, wait a minute now. Hold on. Let me listen to this again. Let me listen. Let me.
Listen properly.
He said, listen properly. Let me make sure I'm listening to this right, man.
You know?
The Jeff Christensen.
Can someone get a memo to Jeff Christensen? Bring it down.
Yeah, bring it down.
What are the mechanics? What are the techniques? Lower it.
Yeah.
We're not throwing oops out here to Dwight Powell.
He needs a good shoulder injury.
Wow.
To weaken his arm. To weaken his arm a little bit, right? That's just not a bad injury, just like a little tired arm. Just weaken that arm a little bit.
Thoracic outlet syndrome.
Maybe I don't know what that is. That's the feeling, the numbness. No. Not like a bad injury. Just
No, you can't talk your way. He like, it sounds terrible, dog. You have to say, hey, man, I don't mean it that way or something. Look, man, Look. I think that Jeff Christensen does a great job of throwing mechanics. I think that, Trey, throwing mechanics is right on point. I think that the ball come out so fast, and it is a strike. It's one of those things where he putting too much sriracha on it. He just need to put a little touch on it. He need to float it just a little bit. And just because he got a good shoulder and these sorts of things, the ball is a little high. I get it. Some people say that even Ford throws the ball a little high, but not at that consistent rate. All of his passes sailed. All of them was pretty high. And I think that right now, this particular coaching staff, they don't have time to fix all of that. Come on, man. They don't have time to do all of that, moving this and moving that around. They trying to win now. It would be a different story in a situation and scenario if Mike McCarthy had another 4 or 5 year deal, contract, dare I say, and then he can slowly say, okay, this quarterback is still throwing it high. We like to have him here within 4 years, but this is going to take another 2 to 3 years of processes and going through his reads. Let me slice this playbook in half, give him one read. If it's not there, tuck it and run it and go to the sideline. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm old enough to remember Lamar Jackson. If that read is not there, take it and use your God-given strength and capabilities and athleticism. And now to this point, Lamar Jackson is more of like a 2-read guy or what have you. But normally, it's one of those things in his first few years. Hey, if the tight end is not open, I'm going to tuck it and run. We're going to show power. We're going to give bootlegs. We're going to do some wiggles. We're going to do some waggles. We're going to do this and do that. Branday says big up to the receivers trying to catch them balls. Yeah. And they had to reach all the way up to the high heavens to get that going. Come on with it.
A little bit of scar tissue in there just to allow the arm not to be quite as strong because everything is 38 feet over the other guy's head.
Dude. It is. The athleticism is obviously there. He's showing off the legs and running around, but you don't know what's going to happen or where that ball is going to go. That 4th down throw I thought was indicative of everything. Yeah. 4th down, left side of the end zone, didn't even give the receiver a chance.
No, he literally, they say throw it to like the pylon. No, he threw it beyond that. Like he threw it to the back pylon. Like you could see, it takes you about 30 seconds to see exactly why Trey Lance was drafted in the top 5. And then it takes you another 30 seconds to realize why Trey Lance doesn't have a role in the NFL to this point.
Yeah, look, I mean, he's what you expected to see in terms of the positives you expect to see from him. They were on display. Like the ability to improvise and some of the scrambling ability and what he's able to do with his legs, it was all impressive. The only positives I think like you saw from him at all yesterday all had to do with his playmaking ability, his ability to extend, the stuff that he can do with his legs. And that's why he's a guy who clearly has good athleticism. I think there are packages within this offense that you can run for him, but that's it. Like he is not a quarterback. He is a gadget player. That's the way that I look at Trey Lance because nothing's on target. It's even when it's not high, it's off. It's behind guys. It's too far in front. And then the times yesterday when he put it on the money, Racey McMath or somebody was dropping it.
Don't look at the numbers. You may already be studying the box score. How many yards per pass?
I saw this.
4.2.
You looked.
No, I didn't.
4.6 on 25 of 41. I would not have thought it was that bad, though, at 4.6.
41 attempts to throw for less than 190 yards that is I mean, look, there's an element to like pre-Amari Cooper Dak year where they would have like he went like 8-10 games without throwing for 200 yards.
Without throwing, yeah.
This is before Amari Cooper got there. There was an element like, and then there's like back. This is honestly, quite frankly, this is what backup quarterbacks do.
Yeah. Let me throw away that notion because a lot of people think that that's the situation with Dak. And let me go back to Dak Prescott, and we have to look at his 2016 year, 17 year. He was still able to give you 333,324 yards, 22 touchdowns to 13 interceptions. That's Dak Prescott info right here, right? And rushing, I guess you can look back at this. He had design runs, so he had literally over 340 yards rushing. He had 6 rushing touchdowns. 6 rushing touchdowns and 22 passing touchdowns. To be real with y'all, that's his second year. Damn it, they giving that type of stuff to MVPs now, right? Come on. Look, Law, do you have any truth to that? Let me go to PFF and let me go to Lamar. Was it Lamar Jackson, right? That's his name. Lamar Jackson, what he had last year, and they gave him MVP. Look, 3,600 with an extra game. Extra game. And this was considered his bad season. This is second season in the league. So I beg the difference, man. So I'm not saying that Lamar Jackson played like Dak Prescott 2017 season, but hey, it was damn near almost close, and they considered that MVP. Some of y'all would rather fight me versus listening to what I'm saying. Yeah, that's crazy. Ain't that crazy? Yeah, let me send me the rushing touchdown. And he had 5 rushing touchdowns. That's Lamar Jackson. 5 rushing touchdowns. And 24 passing touchdowns. And he had 22 passing touchdowns and 6 rushing touchdowns. You know, I'm just now he had more INTs, he had 13 of them. But I guarantee you, Lamar had 7 interceptions, and I think he had, how many fumbles he had? He had a lot of turnovers last season. I think he had double digits of turnovers, and I don't have it on this particular. Somebody in the chat, y'all can pull that up for me. So it's not the same. Come on with it, man.
Quarterbacks come in, and they're just check down guys.
So for all the Trey Lance fans in the offseason, on the Franklin Franco Injury Attorney text line, I want to see if you are willing to forget pumping the brakes. Slamming on the brakes, like apparently you have to do at 5:30 in DFW traffic, which I haven't known for 15 years.
Oh, snap. I forgot all about that. Look, Soul Goddess says, don't forget that Zeke was suspended 6 games on some stuff that he's never been arrested for. We finished that season 9-7. Let me repeat, we finished that season 9-7. I guarantee you, we go into the playoffs. If Zeke is there, his sophomore year, that's not up for debate. And I think that was the year we had Chaz Green. Oh my God, we had Chaz Green in one game and allowed 6 sacks, 14 pressures. Who remember that? Who's old enough to remember that? Okay, King Ken says he had 11 fumbles. How many he lost, though? He lost 6. Okay. So, yeah. It put him in double-digit turnovers, you know. Yeah. But, you know, it's not to say I get it, man. To a degree, if you take 4 off of this team and you run the circus of Trey Lance and Cooper Rush, I think that some of the fan base, y'all deserve to see this for a full season. Cooper Rush and Trey Lance, or Trey Lance and Cooper Rush, and go through the whole process of saying, okay, all right, damn, boy, y'all going to surely miss those touchdowns, those 30 touchdowns, and y'all going to surely miss those less of interceptions and things like that. Yeah, it was Chaz Green. Yeah. Well, we had some terrible left tackles, right? Chaz Green, wherever they moved him at, you know. Yeah, we had some guys, man, to fit right on into that terrible situation. The bright side, Guyton played well. Yeah, even being sick. Yeah, Guyton Branday. Oh, he played well.
And say, okay, Dak, go ahead and take your money, up that check total, or Cooper Rush is the number 2 on this football team to start off.
Look, there's a little bit of I don't know. maybe we'll call it Dak derangement syndrome. There's a little bit of that exists.
Where would you hear the original comment?
I mean, I just made that up. But there's a little bit of that exists because yesterday I had 5 separate tweets by the end of the game going, in your face, see, you said Trey Lance sucked. I was like, okay, first off, I never said he sucked. I never
Right.
used those words. Ultimately, that's what I'm describing, but that's not the words that he's. But there were a lot of people yesterday who came out of that game and were like, see, this is why Trey Lance is, we got to grow this. Look at what this is. And you do forget, this is still like year 4, year 5, like this is year 5 for him.
And you may not still want to re-sign, no matter what Trey Lance does out there, you still don't want to re-sign Dak because you just don't believe he can get you far enough. But you had
Let me stop it right here. This is part of the problem with the Dallas Cowboys. Name me, somebody in the chat, name me the top 5 quarterbacks in the National Football League. Or damn it, y'all can name me the top 10 and y'all can put them on the list. Name me those quarterbacks. Name me, put those quarterbacks in the chat area. Mahomes, right? Burrows, right? Allen, right? Somebody said Dak, come on with it. Lamar Jackson, come on with it. Keep going. Burrow, Allen, Dak. Okay, yeah, keep going. Stafford. Who else? Come on, baby. And out of all of those lists, there's only one damn quarterback with a ring, by the way. And his name, outside of Stafford, I get that. But actively really doing some stuff is one, and that's my guy Mahomes, right? Yeah. Golf. Okay. Who else? My guy Cowboys by nature said Trey Lance. All right, so the reason why I say name those 5 or those top 10 quarterbacks, ain't nobody giving damn energy to the 2nd and 3rd string quarterbacks on those teams. Ain't nobody but the Dallas Cowboys. Ain't nobody wasting their damn time on talking about, hey, man, if this quarterback can do this, if he can stop throwing it high, if he can stop throwing it low, ain't nobody. They are focused on winning. They are focused on bringing in extra running backs, bringing on edge rushers, defensive tackle. They are focused on those quarterbacks. Ain't nobody talking about doggone backups, 3rd strings. We gonna go through this whole preseason talking about Trey. We the only team.
at least have to admit right now that Trey Lance is not the answer to replace him.
It's got nothing to do with Trey. Whether if you want to move on from Dak, fine, but that decision is completely separate from Trey Lance. Now, I'll tell you this. You're right. Cooper Rush is the 2 right now. I don't want to see Cooper Rush the rest of the preseason.
Nope.
I know what Cooper Rush has.
Yeah.
Facts.
Let Trey play. The one thing he doesn't have and he can't get once the regular season starts is reps.
Yeah.
Let him take all the snaps. That doesn't bother. It doesn't bother. These games don't matter anyway. Let him play.
Yeah. My guy, Ice Cold with Cowboy. Yeah, no, he says ESPN had a whole story on Trey today on their page and no other team. Man, that's crazy. I will be doing storylines on Caleb Williams right now. Didn't they had 33 or something like that to 6? I'll be talking talk pieces on J.J. McCarthy. Oh, my goodness, Bo Nix. There's other quarterbacks that you can talk about. You can talk about last year's quarterback, C.J. Stroud. Oh, he looks amazing. Yeah. He looks amazing. C.J. Stroud looks good. How did Bryce Young look the other day? You know, the Panthers quarterback. Come on, man. They can be talking about all of those quarterbacks. But they're going to talk about Trey. Right? Not Cooper Rush. Not that big bomb that he threw to Jalen Brooks. But Trey. Yeah.
Maybe it gets better.
A watered-down preseason version of Star Up, Star Down from the Cowboys' 13-12 loss to the Rams yesterday on 105.3 The Fan. Roberto, what else stood out?
I thought there was a lot of criticism for him on social media I saw after the game. I don't think Mozzie Smith played terribly when I saw him in there. I think that there was definitely some positives with your young rookies. Tyler Guyton only had his 2 series coming off of what they described as pneumonia.
Well, let's also add coming off of Chime Udoga and the injury. Kyle Yeomans did a nice job reporting yesterday after Udoga had the left foot put in a cast. Guyton's plan went from 2 quarters to 1 series. Just like that. Because there's Udoga. Maybe your starting left tackle banged up. We can't have Guyton hurt either. So that altered things dramatically, according to Kyle.
And he came back in for he was in for the 1 series, was out then for the rest of the half, and then he comes back in to start the second half randomly.
No doubt. So shout out to Tyler Guyton. He had a great performance the other day, even though it was a small sample size of time right here. My thoughts is on Chuma Udoga. My mind was already made up on Chuma, and I get it. Most people would say, nah, Law, you can't have your mind made up. My mind was made up in Miami, dog. And I saw that dude, saw Bradley Chubb, and he said, you know what? Stay oopid, stay. I'm not finna block nobody. My mind was made up then, bro. And the Cowboys playing around with their food, and that's what they get. And I'm not saying that we wishing injuries upon anybody, but what I'm saying is the Cowboys got to be proactive to their approach, and they are not with Chuma Udoga. I want to say this right here. Marcus Mosher said the highest graded Cowboys in week 1 of the preseason via PFF was Joshua Ball with 90.7, right? And that's why I tell y'all, man, trust your own eyes and trust your own research, because I don't want you guys to be led to the opinion of Law or to the opinion of Marcus or to the opinion of somebody on Twitter, X app, or whatever you call it, right? But if he had the highest grade, then put me out there, man. And they said, hey, he graded out well. So I don't know if this is a grade on the curve or what it is. I'm going to go back and I'm going to rewatch this again. I'm going to rewatch every snap, and I'm going to see what Joshua Ball did, right? DeMarvion Overshown, right, had an 87.5. Kelvin Harmon, he did great job of high pointing the ball, contested catching, and things like that. He had an 86. Marquise Bell had a great day out there. They gave him 85, and Clark improved and got an 82. And when I posted this, my guy also solidified some of the things that I'm saying. Like, he's like, nah, Law, he did. And my guy Ben, he says, glad you asked. I watched every Josh Ball rep, and here's what I saw. I see him combo blocking his way to the second level, not allowing pressure in pass pro except for a rep where he was expecting help from BB and he never came. And then he breaks down some more. So that's my guy, Ben. And I'm going to measure twice and cut once. But Ben, if I smell some wee-woo in there, I'm going to let you know. And you can't put that on BB in them, And then Shoes in Sports says, in my hate for Josh Ball from the last 3 years, clouding my judgment right now, possibly. And he says, I too have to share that same hatred. So we're going to go back in and we're going to look at everything, Ben. We definitely going to do that. I would tell you guys that. Here's another news right here. Sometimes opportunity come right into your face, and you just got to embrace those opportunities. You got to seek the mindset to go out there and grab it. The Cowboys got $29 million, right? Over the cap states that. Hold on, let me go over the cap. Go to over the cap. And they states that the Cowboys got $28.5 million, right around there, close to $30 million. Now, if you extract the fact that we got $17 million in a holding spot for CD Lamb, let me tell y'all something. For those who don't understand how this cap thing works, hear me out. When you got these players on their 5th-year option, equivalent to a franchise tag, That money is not prorated. It's not stretched out. It's a big cap hit because there's no other movement for the next year. So what I'm telling y'all is that the reason why it's 28, close to 29 million, because they haven't put CD Lamb on the books yet. But as soon as he plays or what have you, and he's on the books, it's going to go back down to 12. But here is the other coin, or the other side of the coin. If you sign said player, what you can do with that cap relief, it offers that. You can stretch and pull that money out. Stretch and pull. And squeeze that money out. So it won't count $17 million against the cap. For example, for the 2024 year, they got a guy that's getting paid $250 million. He plays for the, let's say that I'm going to use this, the Eagles. He only accounting $11 million against the cap. He's the quarterback for that team. So they stretch and pull that money out because they understand, and I'm not giving all of the flowers just to the Eagles right here because other teams do this, right? But what happened collectively, ladies and gentlemen, damn it, it's about winning now. It's not about trying to win in 2027. It's not about trying to win in 2028. 2027 and 2028 going to take care of themselves. It's about what you're trying to do now. It's trying to win now. And if the Cowboys look at the now instead of the future, we will be able to win. I'm not saying you bust down the doors to go get a Hassan Reddick because I do think that he's a one-trick pony, by the way. But damn it, he can give you pass rush. And if he's requesting to get traded because he's not happy with his contract and beyond, etc., what do you need help at? Edge rush. I didn't get a good bead of hope of edge rushing stuff from this past preseason game. And I know for sure off of historical data that my guy D-Law is not a 10-digit sack guy, right? I'm trying to get to the quarterback. I'm trying to make the quarterback my baby, right? We need pressure. You trying to win Super Bowl. I wouldn't be surprised if all of a sudden you hear some breaking news that Hassan Reddick is getting traded to the doggone 49ers. I wouldn't be surprised. They trying to win now. And now just because you make moves, that doesn't mean it's going to happen as far as you winning ultimately. But you got to try it. You got to learn how to step out and hit that reset button. So that's what I'm talking about. Let's go to this next conversation or topic point. And before I go there, shout out to my guy, the Five Talk. I think he does a great job. Not a good job. He does a great job. And Tyler Guyton versus the Rams, he had 21 total snaps, 13 pressure, 13 pass snaps, 8 run snaps, 0 pressure allowed. And, of course, they gave him an 80 on that, a 76 on the run blocking, and an 83 on the pass block. So that's really good, man, collectively going in on that. Jets GM said they're not trading him. Slow down, Law. I mean, everybody going to say they're not going to trade him, but this is just the ideology. If he's spoken about being traded, it's all about trying to get inside. This is all I'm saying, right? I'm quite sure the Atlanta Falcons didn't want to trade Deion Sanders, or was he a free agent and the 49ers picked him up? I'm quite sure the 49ers didn't want to trade him to the doggone Cowboys, right? So it's all about willing and dealing, right? Just because someone says no, that doesn't mean that that's the final part of it. I remember when it was originally reported that Brandon Ayuk requested to be traded. When somebody had released that information, they said, "Oh, it's fake news," and now it's real news, right? So I get all of what people are saying about when players say they want to get traded and they want to get traded, and all of these sort of things. But what I'm ultimately wanting, ladies and gentlemen, are players that want to be here, that's willing to fight through and play through the echoes of the whistle is what I'm saying. And I'm not saying collectively that Hassan Reddick is the end-all, be-all. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is collectively that the Cowboys should consider stretching out some of these contracts on these newer players, on these players that's due, like a CD Lamb, and go ahead and get the deal done. But they so focused on the now
versus they're so focused on the future opposed to the now, I meant to say. And that's where our problem is at, because they can't see the forest because of the tree. That's what it is. There's no way that we should be talking about Dak Prescott contract right now. $60 and $65 million. I don't want to pay Dak Prescott $65 million. I don't think that Dak Prescott should get 62 APY, or I don't think that he should get 60. But by the Cowboys slow feeting and moving the way they moving, you got no choice now. That's my problem with the Cowboys. You could have been secured Dak Prescott back at 48 and 49 million. You could have been secured him for 50 something. But your slow feet don't eat approach. Now you got to pay him 60. That's just how it goes. You could have been secured CD Lamb for 29 to 20 to at minimum at 30. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, Tony Simmons says 9 Pro Bowl players and no run scheme will get you an exit out of the playoff every year. Yeah. It would get you a first ticket up out of there. Yeah. I always love to use this. You got to know when you're at war. There's a time to use the machete. There's a time to use the machine gun. It's the time to use the rifle. A shotgun is not used for a long distance shooting. You can put a sniper with a shotgun, he ain't gonna miss. It's for short distance. But just because you got the weapon doesn't mean that you know how to utilize it, right? There's a lot of people that got the shotgun and say, okay, I'm going to try to hit him for far off. You're going to miss. And that's what the Cowboys been doing. Oh, we got these, and some of the Pro Bowl stuff is all about, hey, that's because that's who they see on TV. Cowboys couldn't run the ball last year. Yes, the offense was number 1, number 2, respectfully, in certain categories, number 1 in scoring. But we couldn't run the ball. If I needed 2 yards, and if I had my running back there, could he give me 2 yards? But damn it, when the Ravens, when they lined up and they needed 2 yards, they get it 99% of the time. But if their quarterback needed to throw 15 damn yards, he couldn't give you that. But if they needed 2 yards on the ground, the Ravens, 99% of the times they'll get it. This offseason, what did they do? They bettered their best. Do you think that the Ravens right now, if they need 2 or 3 yards, will they be able to get it this season? Can't make this stuff up. And that's the problem. But we had 9 Pro Bowlers. Did we have a Pro Bowler to give us when we needed 3 yards? It's 3rd and 2, and we need 3 yards. Will we been able to boldly walk in there and say, yeah, we'll be able to get that? The craziest thing of it all, that even the quarterback that everybody praises and say that he is the best thing since sliced bread, even his running back can give him 3 yards if needed. And his name is Pat Mahomes. Even his Pacheco can give you 3 or 4 yards at will. In regular season, postseason, and in the Super Bowl. When it was time to stop the run,